In today's video, I am sharing with you another really fun little free library book haul. Let's get into it, and I hope you enjoy the video. Hi everybody, welcome back to our channel. I'm so glad you're here today. Thank you so much for stopping by. If you're new here, hi, I'm Stacey. I run this channel with my twin sister, Steph. We're both online small business owners. We're multi-passionate people. So we have a lot of hobbies, a lot of interests that we like to share with you here on YouTube. We share a lot of our life as business owners, but we also share a lot of fun content like reading, planning, fashion, food, health and wellness, you name it. So if any of those topics interest you, we would love for you to stick around and hit the subscribe button below. To support us and join our community, if you're not already, we upload a brand new video every single Friday on this channel related to one of the topics I just mentioned, basically business or lifestyle. And we also do weekly live streams on Wednesdays for co-working, where we all come on and work together. And we also do reading sprints on Saturdays here on this channel, where we come on and read together. So we have super fun content here on our channel. We would love for you to join us if you're not already. So definitely make sure you hit the subscribe button below. And if you're coming back and you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for coming back for today's video. I know you guys like little free library videos because the ones I've done in the past have gotten really good responses here on this channel, so thank you for supporting us. I absolutely love little free libraries, so Steph, if you're new here, we go to them pretty much every week to drop off books and see what we can find. We work from home, so we're always inside, so it's a nice way to get out of the house without spending money and just trading our books. We read a lot. We both read every week and every day pretty much, so we always have books to kind of get rid of and bring to little free libraries to donate. And we're always looking at them to see what we can find. So we absolutely love little free libraries because it's like a treasure hunt. You have no idea what you're going to find. Sometimes they're amazing and you find a lot of great books. Sometimes you don't find anything. But yeah, so I've done a haul on this video, on this channel before. I'll link the playlist above, and I've also done some vlogs where we actually take you along with us shopping for little free libraries. So definitely check everything out below above in the card if you missed it. But yeah, today I'm sharing another little free library haul because, like I said, we go every week, so we tend to accumulate a lot of books. I like to collect them, put them in a pile to film hauls for you guys. I love watching these from other booktubers. So I really hope you enjoy this one. We found some really great picks. So let's get started. I'm going to share the books that we found with you. Hope you enjoy. So the first book that I actually found today, it's a Friday, we went to some little free libraries this morning. When we dropped our dog off at the groomers, we had some time to kill, so we decided to go to some little free libraries since we had books to drop off. And I found 2 books today. Steph didn't find any that she wanted, but I found 2. And I've never heard of them, but like I love discovering new books and new authors from little free libraries. Like I always say, because they're literally free, you can't go wrong. So if you don't like it, then it's no big deal. You can just get rid of it and donate it. But I always like to give the books a try. So the first one I found, I've never heard of. It's called Pinch Me by Adina Halpern. It looks like this. I liked the cover. The cover intrigued me. I always judge a book by its cover, even though I know I shouldn't. Let me know if you do the same. But I can pretty much instantly tell if I'm gonna like a book or not just by looking at the cover. So I'm a huge romance reader, so is Steph. We love like contemporary romance, adult romance, YA romance. And I love wedding-themed books. I just love books about weddings. I love weddings. And I like to read them in the spring, so I can never have enough of these. This one's actually like a wedding-themed book. Like I said, I've never heard of it. I found this in a little free library. I've never heard of the book or the author. Let me know in the comments if you've read any of the books I showed today. I would love to hear your thoughts because I haven't read any of them. So the book was in pretty good condition, not the best, as you could see. It was sold in a store. So it has a price tag on it, but I don't really care because it's free. So I read the back of the book and it sounded pretty good. So it's basically about this girl named Lily who, there's like a curse in her family with marriages where I guess like their marriages never work out, they never last. And she finds an amazing guy and she marries him. And she thinks like her marriage is gonna go well and she's gonna like break this curse in her family. and her family like warns her, and she marries the guy anyways because she loves him. And then I guess like after they get married, things start to happen in their marriage, and like the curse comes back or something like that. It's a very weird plot, but it just sounded intriguing. I liked the cover with like the wedding cake with the bride on top and the groom is like falling off. I just thought it was kind of a cool cover, if you could see that. So yeah, I've never heard of this or anything, but I read the back, like I said, and it just intrigued me. So I just love adult, like lighthearted romances like this. It's not very long. It's like 250 pages, so I'll be able to read this maybe like a day or two. So I like finding just easy, like adult romance contemporary reads. So this is the first book I found, and I'm super excited to read this one. The next book I actually also found today. So this is the other one I found this morning. We went to little free libraries in our town. I've never heard of this, but I've heard of the author. So let me know if you've read it or heard of it. This one is called The Glass Kitchen by Linda Francis Lee. And I really like the cover again. Super pretty. It looks like a fun adult book. It has these like mason jars with flowers, and I just, like I said, I know by looking at a cover if it's a book I want to read or not. So I feel like I would like this one. Like I said, I've never heard of it, but I know the author. It's in pretty good condition. And this one just sounds kind of like a Hallmark movie plot, like adult romance. So I guess in this one, the main character, she's from Texas, and she wanted to run this restaurant her grandmother built. It's called The Glass Kitchen. It runs in their family. But then she ends up starting a new life in Manhattan instead. So she moves away from Texas for some reason that's unknown. And I think it's about her life in New York. And then I'm pretty sure she ends up either like starting a restaurant or working at a restaurant in New York, or coming back to her grandmother's restaurant. I'm not really sure. It's something like that. It kind of, when you read the back, it kind of sounds like it's a mystery book, which maybe it is. It sounds like it's romance mixed with mystery, if that makes any sense at all. So I do like a good mystery read, but this is the cover again. Yeah, I don't know completely, like I said, what it's about, but it just looked interesting enough for me to grab it and try it. And like I said, it was literally free, so if I don't like it, or if I end up losing interest in it, it's not a big deal because I didn't pay for it. I could just put it back in a little free library. But yeah, let me know if you've read this one or know the author in the comments. I'm interested to see what you guys think. But yeah, it sounds pretty good. So it sounds like a nice adult mystery, which I always can use more of. The next book also looks really fun. This one we found a few weeks ago, and I didn't know this book, but Steph does because she said it was popular. So it's called Sourdough, or Lois and Her Adventures in the Underground Market by Robin Sloan. This is what the cover looks like. Again, I've never heard of it, but Steph said it was a pretty popular book in the booktube community. So I guess it's an adult fiction book. It's the author who wrote Mr. Penumbra's 24-Hour Bookstore. I have not read that book, but I've heard of it, and I know a lot of people here in the community really liked it. But yeah, I've never heard of this one, but Steph knew it, so we wanted to grab it. I think she wants to read it, and after I read the back, I became interested, but this one's in really good condition, which is always nice. It's nice when you find books at little free libraries that are in nice condition versus like really old. But this one sounds intriguing, so I know people liked the other book by this author too, so let me know if you've read this one as well. So I guess this one's about a woman who's a software engineer, and she has like neighbors who they have a restaurant and she orders dinner from them, and then they have issues, so they need to close up their shop, but they need her help delivering the sourdough starter they use to bake their bread. It says that she must keep it alive, so she has to like keep the starter alive. And then, so I guess it's like her journey of making sourdough bread for her neighbors, something like that, and like delivering it to businesses. So it just sounds interesting, and what really intrigued me about this was actually that my mom makes her own sourdough bread, and my family absolutely loves it. We're obsessed with it. I highly recommend making your own if you can. Sourdough bread has so many health benefits, and I find that it really helps with my digestion. So just knowing that this book is all about sourdough just really interested me since we love it in my house. And I definitely need to share this one with my mom. My mom's not a huge reader. She'll read like here and there, but she does read occasionally, so I feel like she would actually like this because, like, coming from someone who makes sourdough bread herself, she might actually enjoy this. But Steph and I are also going to try to give this one a read and see what we think. But yeah, it just sounds fun and it's really unique and different. But let me know in the comments if you read this one, but I'm super excited about it. The next book I found in a little free library a few weeks ago when we went. I've never heard of this one. I've never heard of the book or the author, and I just love discovering new authors. This one's called Vintage by Susan Gloss. This is the cover. It's such an adorable cover. I'm always drawn, like I said, to a cute cover, and this one's like pink, and it has like a wedding dress on it. And you guys know I already said I love books about weddings, like with weddings in the books, weddings as the theme. I just love like girly books like this, and it's not too long. It's in pretty good condition. This one, like I said, I found a few weeks ago, and I just decided to take it because it sounded pretty good. I forgot what this is about because I haven't looked at it in a while, but it's pretty much, it says a small town girl with a flair for fashion. She always dreamed of owning her own shop like Hourglass Vintage. So it's kind of like that Hallmark plot where it sounds like the store is in trouble because the developer wants to come in and take it over. So I think she was like, the main character was she was engaged and she was going to get married, so she bought her wedding dress from this like vintage shop, but then I guess she gets pregnant unexpectedly, so she has to like postpone her wedding, so she ends up returning her vintage dress to the shop. Or this is another girl, I'm sorry, this is like a teenager who bought her dress there when she was engaged. She gets pregnant and then she ends up returning the dress to the store, and it sounds like there's a mystery element. I think it's like the main character's trying to save this vintage wedding shop or something, wedding dress shop. But yeah, like I said, it just looked interesting. I love a cute cover and I love a good story like this. I've never heard of it. So, but it does really interest me. Let me know in the comments section if you've read this or if you've read any books by this author. I would love to know, but yeah, like I feel like I'm a broken record, but I just will pick up books that like have a cute cover and that sound pretty good. So I have no expectations for any of these, but hopefully I like them. We will see. The next and last books I have to share today, I'm super excited about because they're actually 5 books in a series that's been around for a very long time. It reminds me of my old young adult reading days when everyone was reading, like when I was in high school, we were reading like The Hunger Games and Divergent and Twilight. Let me know if you loved that era of reading like I did. That was when I really got into reading. So I found all 5 books in the series in a little free library, and I'm excited about it because the series I've been wanting to read forever. It's a YA dystopian series, but for some reason I just never got around to buying the book. So I found all of these, literally this entire series of books, of 5 books, in one little free library. So this is, if you're not familiar, this is the series is called The Program by Suzanne Young. So you guys, if you've been around in booktube, if you've been a reader, if you read YA or dystopian books, you probably are familiar with this. This is an old series, like I said, back from the days when YA dystopian was really big. But yeah, this is The Program by Suzanne Young. I've always wanted to read it, but like I said, for some reason I just never really got around to buying it. It just sounds really good to me, so I don't know if I'm gonna like it. I hope so. I think I will. And I heard good things about it years ago, but I was a psychology major in college. If you didn't know, I am very passionate about mental health and that industry. I love psychology and everything about it. So I'm always looking for more books to read that are more like psychological and about mental health and disorders, but without being thrillers, if that makes sense. So yeah, I've been wanting to read this series forever, and it sounds really, really good. So it's basically about, it's so different. It's a YA dystopian world where suicide is an international epidemic. So it's like everyone, most of like the teens have um like suicidal thoughts, and like they're depressed and everything, and like that's like everyone. And it's like if you're caught showing any symptoms of like being suicidal, they put you in what's called the program, like the name of the book, where it says the program is the only proven course of treatment. And so the main character, Sloane, her parents have already lost one of their children to this, I guess. So the main character, she's basically trying to stay alive and to stay out of the program, even though she's having some not so great thoughts. She does not want to be put in the program because it says that everybody who's been through the program returns as a blank slate. So the program wipes them away of their depression, but it also wipes them completely out of their memories. So it's like they don't remember who they are. They don't have any memories about their past. So it's kind of sad, really. So the program just completely wipes everyone out to start them fresh, so they're not depressed anymore, to get out of this epidemic. So yeah, it's basically, it says that the main character is under constant surveillance at home and at school. So she tries to keep her feelings buried and pretend that like she's normal. And then she like meets this guy. I think it's her friend James, and I think it's a romance between them. As you can see, there's a boy and the girl on the cover, and he's trying to keep her safe and out of the program, and trying to keep himself out of it too, so that they don't get brainwashed. So it just sounds like a really, really interesting dystopian read. And like I said, it's a 5-book series, and I found all 5 books here in one little free library, like the whole series. So someone must have put the entire series in there. So I was so happy to find this, and they're in really good condition. I don't know if you could see. They're like almost new. Like they're really, really good condition. So I have the entire series to try and binge read if I like it. I really, really hope I like it, because I've always liked those YA dystopians. Like I said, The Hunger Games, Divergent, I've read them all. Delirium, you name it. So I'm really interested. I'm excited to be reading this. Like I said, I've been wanting some more like psychological reads, so I'm really interested to see what happens in this series. Let me know if you've read it down below, or if you've read any other books from Suzanne Young. I know she's written a lot of books. But yeah, so I have all 5 books in the series now. So the first one is The Program, obviously, the first one. The second one is called The Treatment. The third one is called The Remedy. The fourth one is called The Epidemic. And number 5 is The Adjustment. So they're all in paperback except for the last book. And I'm very happy about that, because I prefer paperbacks to hardcovers. Let me know if you like paperbacks or hardcovers better down below. I like paperbacks better. I've said this before. I find them just easier to hold and easier to read. I'm not a fan of reading hardcovers. I think they look better on the bookshelf, like for aesthetics, but I don't like reading hardcovers as much because, like I said, they're heavy and everything. So I'm actually glad that the majority of these are paperbacks and only like one of them's hardcover. But the covers are absolutely stunning. I love anything white. So like they're just very aesthetically pleasing, and even like the spines. So I'm really excited to give this series a try. I have the whole series to read if I want, so I really, really hope I like The Program, which is book 1. Let me know if you've read the series in the comments section below. I would love to know what you thought of it. But that is it for today's little free library book haul. Here is all the books that I showed. I believe there were 9 books. I want to show you the book I found at a little free library today. I'm really excited about it. I've never heard of it, but Steph knew it. It's this book. It's called The Winter People by Jennifer McMahon. I hope I'm saying that right. This is what it looks like. I've definitely heard of this author. I believe this is a thriller. Correct me if I'm wrong. Let me know if you've read it in the comments below, but I've never heard of it. But like I said, I've heard of the author. So I found this in a little free library, had to take it because I love the white cover. I think it's so pretty. It's in really, really good condition, as you could tell. And I've been getting back into thrillers because of all the other booktubers on here who love thrillers. I usually only read them in like the fall and winter because they're on the dark side. But I've been really wanting to read more and I don't have that many. So I was so excited to find The Winter People in our little free library today. That is my little free library haul. So this was a really, really good haul. Let me know what you thought. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up to like it so we know that you want to see more little free library videos because we love making them. So if you like them, we'll keep making them. So give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Let me know if you've read any of these books in the comments below and what you thought. I would love to hear your thoughts on them. Let me know if you found any good books at your little free libraries recently in the comment section down below as well. But thank you so much for watching. I really, really hope you enjoyed. Make sure to subscribe as well for new videos every single week. We love you guys so much. We're so thankful for our subscribers and our community here. Thank you so much for being here and supporting us. But that is all for today's video. Have a great day, everybody, and we'll see you soon in our next video. Take care. Bye.